Welcome to the Life of Hem. My name's James Atkinson. Thank you for joining me in this week's episode. Now, this week's episode's a little bit of a different one, something I've never really done before, I suppose, and that is showcase someone's Instagram. I'm a massive fan of watching hair videos on Instagram, as I'm sure you are too. And, you know, when I sometimes see people's processes, little videos they've made on their stories, I think it would be great to share this with other people. And I know, you know, there's loads of fantastic Instagrammers out there with big audiences sharing to tens of thousands of people. Now, the Instagram that I picked today actually happened to know him. His name's Paco, and he's from a salon called Live True in London. He's from Spain originally, and I've had the joy of working alongside him before in the past. He's got a big heart. He's a very kind, lovely guy, and he's just, you know, doing amazing work in his salon. Absolutely amazing commercial work. There's a couple of things I want to show you of his over the next few weeks. This is one that I'm going to start with. I won't talk too much about what we're going to see in the video, as not to ruin it for you. But big up to Paco. Check out his Instagram. He's got about 10k-ish followers, so he would be thrilled for you to run over there and give him a little follow and like some of his work. And he does great stories, so he's definitely worth checking out. But if you enjoy this episode from me, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, chat to me down in the comments. All of those things are massively, massively helpful to growing the channel. And I will see you in next week's episode for another tutorial episode. Not like this one though. This is just like one-off type of scenario where I like to make different types of content. So if you like this content, do let me know. It's really, really interesting to hear what you guys think of the different video styles. And a big thank you to all my Patreons. And if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, then head down to the description, click on the link that says become a Patreon, and follow the details through there. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing any of you who want to take your life of hair journey that one step further. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you again very, very soon. Okay, so here we have the before, and it's basically two colors. You can see underneath it's got like a really, really diffused look about it. And then on the top section, it's kind of got a heavy, really strong demarcation, regrowth, lots of blonde. Now, there's not much information on how it became like this or, you know, whatever, but Paco's got it under control and he knows exactly what he's going to do. So I think one of the things for me when we're looking at someone's hair and we're assessing what to do, it's really, really important that we break it down. We take an objective view of it, take a few steps back, you know, separate the hair, part it out, and make sure that we know exactly what we're going to do with our hair before we start. And as you can see from what Paco's done here, he's split the hair into two and he's taking a look at it like layers all the way through, just making sure that he knows exactly how he's going to take this job on. And believe you me, he really does take it on. So as we can see from this section here, there is quite an array of different colors and different pieces going through the hair. Some pieces are highly diffused, as you can see from the right hand section, and then he's got these really, really strong, heavy, demarcated pieces going through the left hand side of the section. And of course, you know, when we've got a section like that, we have to treat it entirely differently. You know, the two sections, we can't just take it on as one like we would like to. We have to really, really separate out which bits of the hair we can tackle at that moment in time. So let's see what Paco does with these sections. So we can see now on these underneath sections where there was that very diffused kind of, you know, back-combed, almost chatouched look. He's gone in with a technique where he's back-combed up to the roots and he's really, really saturated those ends to kind of give more vibrancy, more blonde to those ends, to really amplify the blonde that is on top of those sections. You know, that top section is just looks like a scalp bleach almost, doesn't it? Like the way it's grown over the top there. So he's trying to bring the two colors closer together. And I think this is a very good way of thinking about it, because when he moves on to the top sections, then all he has to do is diffuse. But the way he diffused it, I think, is really clever. So we can see clearly now that Paco's moved on to a different technique. So having backcombed some of those underneath sections and really bleached them out, he's gone into creating some more diffusion, especially towards the root area on these top sections where it's just so block blonde. So he's gone in, used an air touch technique, and then he's painted a demi-permanent down over the root area, which is the same color or a similar color to her natural, and then over the line of demarcation, and then he's blended that into bleach. So he's just really brightening up those ends. Now, I know for a fact Paco will be using probably Olaplex. He talks about it a lot in his Instagram stories and Instagram. So he will be using Olaplex to ensure the condition doesn't deteriorate. And I think there's quite a good idea here, especially with the air touch blowing the sections through, just to kind of help soften and diffuse even further with those top sections that are just, like we thought, look like a scalp bleach, you know, or just a lot of built up highlights. Strange that, you know, someone's got these two things on their head, but Paco's showing you exactly how to deal with it here. So you can see now that he's done a section all the way up to the root. This is in the top sections, and this is he's alternating his sections now. So he's doing some sections where he's done the air touch technique and then brought down her natural color over the line of demarcation and blended that into bleach, which you saw in the previous clips. Now he's taking some of those colors all the way back up to the root. So he's creating a lot more highs and lows within these top sections, and that is going to create fantastic diffusion. Also, you'll note around the front hairline, he's done a few packets of Baby Lights just to kind of break up that front section. Now we don't actually get to see the front, and I know exactly how this goes down because I've done it too in some of my baby lighting videos. You know, you do some baby lights and sometimes the pictures of the front of the head don't come out as you want them. Maybe the person who you're taking the pictures of or videos or whatever doesn't necessarily feel confident with you taking pictures of their face, or they just don't want you to. So we don't actually get to see that at the end, but that's what he's doing. I just wanted to point out that he'd popped in some Baby Lights around the front. As you can see now, lots of foil, lots of work here from Paco. He really works hard on his clients. As I say, I've worked alongside him on photo shoots and stuff, and he really goes to town. Trust me, this guy puts in the work. So then Paco's rinsed it all off and he's put on a root stretch. Now look where the root stretch is. It's to the parietal ridge. So important, guys. I've said it a million times. It's not just me saying it. It is the facts. You've got to get this root stretch down to the parietal ridge. Then he tones the ends, although he doesn't show that in this particular video, and he then processes that all together, and this is the end result. An absolutely stunning end result. I know you guys will agree with me, and here you can see through into those sections that are a bit lower down, creating absolutely seamless end results. Paco is amazingly talented. I am going to make another little video of Paco very soon. He did a technique that he shared on his story that I think everybody should see. But the result for this is absolutely killer. So well done, Paco, if you're watching this, my friend. And if anybody wants to recommend anybody's Instagram to me that, you know, I may or may not have seen, it doesn't really matter. I am not trawling Instagram all the time. So there's loads and loads of amazing hairstylists that I know nothing about. So please let me know down in the comment section if you would like me to feature or take a look at somebody's channel. Have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you again very soon.